Welcome back to World According to Briggs. You know, deciding where to spend your retirement years can be a daunting task. Finance, real estate, family, healthcare all play a part in the decision making. Should You Stay or Should You Go is not just a great song by The Clash, but a thought that many retirees wrestle with. Do you stay in the state you've been living in, or do you find a new one in retirement? The ideal retirement destination balances affordability, quality of healthcare, pleasant weather, and plenty of things to do. Using insights from the Kiplinger report that analyzed taxes, cost of living, healthcare access, and recreational opportunities, this countdown highlights the 10 best states for retirees heading into 2026. We also included some statements from retirees that answered a survey we had on the website. It was like late last year. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. Number 10, Wisconsin. Wisconsin kicks off Kiplinger's countdown thanks to its blend of natural beauty and affordability. Retiring in the Badger State can be an adventure. The state offers an abundance of outdoor activities, from boating on the Great Lakes to hiking the Ice Age Trail to having a drink while pretending to fish. You can do that any month there because they do a lot of ice fishing also. The cost of living is moderate and healthcare is good, with respected hospital systems in Madison and Milwaukee. The state's long winters and rough roads are drawbacks, but those who enjoy snowshoeing or ice fishing, that might be part of the charm, something you're willing to put up with. Financially, Wisconsin sweetens the deal by keeping taxes on retirees relatively low. The state has one of the lowest sales tax rates in the country, and heirs won't pay state taxes on their inheritance because Wisconsin has no estate or inheritance tax. That's just extra money your kids can use to throw you a killer wake. Social Security and railroad retirement benefits are also exempt. Even military retirement pay is tax-free in this state. While property taxes can be high, many retirees find that Wisconsin's combination of outdoor amenities and other tax breaks make it a worthy contender for retirement. On top of that, about 18.7% of the residents are 65 and above. Fanny said, which I love the name Fanny, I've always thought it was hysterical, retiring in Wisconsin is like moving into a Disney movie with a plot twist that's 9 months of snow, 3 months of mosquitoes, and your 401k is split between flannels and a lifetime supply of cheese curds. The good news? Everyone is nice and it isn't terribly expensive. Well said, Fanny. Number 9, North Dakota. Look at that, keeping it north. North Dakota lands at number 9 with a promise of peace and affordability. The state offers a relatively low cost of living compared to many other retirement states, making it attractive for retirees on a fixed income. Cities like Bismarck, Fargo, and Grand Forks provide cultural activities, healthcare, and amenities without the congestion of a major metro area. About 16.7% of the population is over 65, so retirees won't feel alone in their new communities. Now, the downside is North Dakota isn't a complete tax haven. Pensions, 401ks, and IRA distributions are subject to state income tax. Winters are notoriously harsh, and the remoteness can feel isolating if you crave big city entertainment. But for many, the combination of affordable housing, low crime, and friendly neighbors outweighs all those negatives. If you're a nature lover who doesn't mind bundling up, North Dakota might be the quiet retirement you've been looking for. Now, one thing I will say about the retirement taxes and all that, a lot of states are getting away from that. So, I mean, that could end this year or could go down. So keep your eye out on that when you're making your decision. There are very few states that are going to raise the retirement taxes, or I don't think any of them are talking about it, but a few of them are talking about eliminating them or lowering them. So that's good news for retirees. Al said, I'm retiring in North Dakota so my money lasts longer, mostly because time itself slows down somewhere between the third blizzard and the fifth layer of long underwear. My social life is just me and a snowblower, and honestly, he's the warmest relationship I've had all winter. So ladies, if you're retiring in North Dakota, look up Al because he's made friends with the snowblower apparently. I don't know if they're dating, what's the deal with Al and the snowblower, but he seems kind of lonely. Number 8, Delaware. Delaware comes in at number 8, offering retirees coastal living without sky-high taxes. Known as a retirement oasis, the first state boasts pristine beaches, charming small towns, and award-winning restaurants. It has one of the lowest overall tax burdens in the country, no sales tax, inheritance tax, or estate tax, and some of the lowest property taxes this country has to offer. The result is that retirees can enjoy ocean views and historic sites without sacrificing their savings. About 20.8% of the population is 65 or older here. That one kind of shocked me. That's a lot of people moving to a cold state during the winter. Of course, every paradise has a few blemishes. Delaware's popularity has pushed home prices higher, and the average home value here sits around $397,000. It's about $30,000 more than the national average right now, so that's something. The state is small and densely populated, leading to the occasional traffic congestion and unreliable public transportation. Still, for many retirees, the trade-off is worth it. Easy access to the beaches and a vibrant art scene and tax laws that let your nest egg grow. Yeah, they're big on art and museum in Delaware, so keep that in mind. If that's your thing, and the surrounding states, pretty much the same thing. You might be into it. John said, Delaware isn't that bad. I was going to retire in South Carolina, but I hate moving, so I'm staying. That's a man who hates driving a U-Haul. Number 7, New Hampshire. New Hampshire earns the 7th spot by combining natural beauty with tax perks. The Granite State is famed for its scenic landscapes, lakes, mountains, and forests. These all offer easy access to outdoor recreation. You have plenty of peers to do stuff with because 20.2% of their residents are over 65. It doesn't levy a sales tax or tax Social Security benefits, retirement income, or pensions. That means more of your retirement dollars stay in your pocket. However, New Hampshire does hit homeowners with one of the highest property tax rates in the country. There are a few other downsides. The cost of living in New England is high compared to other regions. Winters are harsh, and it might be hard to find a part-time job if you want one or need one in retirement. But if you're looking for a state with clean air, stunning fall foliage, and the freedom to shop tax-free, New Hampshire deserves some serious consideration. Nancy said, I thought about retiring in New Hampshire, but then I remembered their state motto is live free or die, which I'm pretty sure refers to your heating bill. Number 6, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania splits the difference between big city excitement and rural tranquility. The Keystone State boasts bustling cities like Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, alongside vast stretches of farmland and forest. Like I've told you before, rural Pennsylvania is where I want to move to. My family won't let me do it. While the overall cost of living is a bit higher than the national average, the state doesn't tax traditional types of retirement income, including IRAs, 401ks, pension, and Social Security. Pennsylvania offers excellent healthcare facilities and low crime rates, with nearly 17 million acres of forested lands for hiking, camping, hunting, fishing, whatever you want to do out there in the wilderness. It's up to you. Over 19.6% of the population in Pennsylvania is over 65. On the flip side, Pennsylvania has an inheritance tax and is notorious for potholes and cold winters. Yes, potholes are a real problem there. The only place I've seen worse is probably New Orleans. Air pollution can be an issue in bigger cities, and the property values vary widely across the state. Still, for retirees who want 4 distinct seasons, rich history, and generous tax exemptions on retirement income, Pennsylvania offers a compelling option. Clay said, I'm thinking about retiring to rural Pennsylvania where your daily cardio is dodging potholes and Amish buggies, and your financial advisor is Puxatawny Phil. Good news, you got 6 more weeks of pension. Number 5, South Dakota. South Dakota claims the 5th spot with a mix of wide open spaces and friendly tax policies. The state is known for outdoor adventures like the Black Hills, Badlands National Park, and the Missouri River. They provide endless opportunities for hiking, fishing, and camping. I just watched a thing on mysterious crimes and murders and stuff like that, and apparently South Dakota is one of the best places to dispose of a body. Not something I'm ever going to need to do, but I just thought it was interesting. More than one thing I've seen online has said that. South Dakota doesn't tax income from retirement savings accounts like 401ks or IRAs, nor does it tax Social Security. Good news. These tax perks help retirees stretch their budgets in a place where the cost of living remains relatively low. About 18.1% of South Dakota's residents are over 65. However, South Dakota's sales tax is among the highest in the country, and winters can be brutal, so you got to keep those things in mind. Some may also feel isolated by the state's vast, sparsely populated landscape. That said, if you're a retiree who thrives on outdoor activities and values, independence, fiscal independence at that, South Dakota's combination of natural beauty and tax breaks make it the perfect retirement ticket for some of you. I don't mind South Dakota. I think it's a better place to retire than North Dakota. I don't think I'd retire in either one of those. I mean, they just don't do it for me. I don't know what it is. I'd rather go over to Minnesota and Wisconsin, where there's many more lakes and more wooded areas. And I know someone's going to come at me with that, but go spend some time in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Actually, this one's a quote from World According to Briggs. I'm quoting myself. This is from one of my older videos. Retiring in South Dakota is like choosing the witness protection program with better sunsets. You get a house for the price of a used Camry, a neighbor every 6 miles, and wind that politely rearranges your trash cans into North Dakota. The good news, crime is so low, raccoons file police reports on you. The bad news, your big Friday night is arguing with your furnace about whose job is harder. It's like one from one of my original videos, going back like 7 years on that one. I can't believe I've been doing this 7-8 years now. That's incredible. Number 4, Wyoming. Wyoming takes the 4th spot with its cowboy spirit and friendly taxes. The state offers vast national parks, including Yellowstone and Grand Teton, plus some of the nation's best stargazing. Crime rates are low and housing is relatively affordable. Best of all, Wyoming doesn't have an estate or inheritance tax, making it attractive for preserving wealth for the next generation. Your next generation, matter of fact. Saying for the next generation makes it sound like I'm talking about all mankind. No, it's for your kids. The state's overall tax burden is one of the lowest in the nation, so that's always good. Wyoming's trade-offs can include sparse population. Now, it's kind of rough on retirees, especially if you move from a more popular state. You think you're going to move to Wyoming, peace and quiet, and enjoy the land, and it starts to wear on you, especially if you've spent most of your life around people. I mean, you're going from New York City, there's 2 types of people. Either you go there, it drives you crazy that no one's around, and you head to another city or another state with more people, or you've been in New York City too long, and you're willing to spend the rest of your life in total silence. This is a state that has less than 600,000 residents. The other bad thing is there's long drives between services. So they have clinics everywhere, doctor's offices, but almost everything's at least an hour ride away. And if you've got to go to a hospital for specialty care or something like that, it could be 2 to 3 hour drive. Harsh winters and wind can also be challenging. Still, for retirees who relish open spaces, the thrill of rodeos, and the ability to keep their money away from the tax man, Wyoming is hard to beat. Around 18.6% of Wyoming's population is 65 or older. B said retiring in Wyoming is great if your dream is peace, quiet, and 30-mile-per-hour headwind on your morning walk. My Chihuahua almost flew away more than once. Number 3, Colorado. Colorado lands at number 3 thanks to its combination of health and recreation. The state is very proud of its low levels of social isolation and high-quality healthcare, with a network of world-class hospitals and plenty of doctors per capita. Bravo, Colorado! Colorado offers all 4 seasons of outdoor activities: skiing in the Rockies during the winter and parts of the fall, hiking and biking in the summer and spring and in fall too, and they don't levy estate or inheritance tax. These perks make it attractive to retirees who want to stay physically engaged. 15.7% of their population is over 65. I was expecting it to be a little bit more, but it is what it is. Now there's a downside. Colorado's rapid population growth has driven up housing costs, and some retirees may find the property taxes and insurance rates are higher than you'd like them to be. I mean, if you got to pay anything, it's always higher than you'd like it to be. The attitude could also be tough for newcomers. Still, for those who value crisp mountain air, a vibrant culture scene, and a health-focused lifestyle, Colorado provides one of the best retirement experiences in the country. Bill said, "I retired to Colorado for easy mountain lives. Now my daily workout is walking to the mailbox at 8,000 feet. Took up pickleball, but mostly for the oxygen breaks." Number 2, Minnesota. Minnesota surprises folks by landing at number 2. The state is famous for cold winters, yet offers retirees an impressive array of activities and protections. According to Kiplinger's analysis, Minnesota has abundant outdoor recreation, lakes, forests, and parks, plus robust elder protection programs and high ratings for nursing home quality. Cultural activities thrive in Minneapolis and St. Paul, and the state is home to some of the best hospitals in the nation, including the Mayo Clinic. Healthcare is probably why so many seniors grit and bear the winters here. The state has 17.4% of their residents clocking in at over 65, but the area around Rochester, Minnesota, where you'll find the Mayo Clinic, it's around 24%. Taxes are higher here than in some of the other states on this list, but Minnesota offsets that with excellent services and strong community spirit. The cost of living is moderate, and retirees can enjoy everything from Nordic skiing in the winter to summer music festivals. If you're a senior who wants both outdoor adventures and access to top-notch healthcare, Minnesota is a compelling choice. Carl said, "I retired to Florida for 3 years. I missed having weather and came home to Minnesota." All right, before we get to number 1, if you're thinking about moving to any one of these states or any state in the United States, there's a link in the description area below for a website called Home and Money. They can get you in touch with a real estate agent anywhere in the country. All right, on to number 1. And number 1, Florida. Florida sits at the top of Kiplinger's retirement ranking for the second year in a row. Sunshine, beaches, and a diverse cultural scene certainly help. But what really sets Florida apart is its tax policy. The state levies no income tax, meaning Social Security benefits, pensions, and retirement savings go untaxed. Property taxes are generally low compared to the northern states, and Florida offers homestead exemptions that make homeownership more affordable for seniors. Moreover, the state invests heavily in services for older adults, from senior centers to healthcare programs. That's probably why statewide their 65 and older population is 20.6%. In a handful of counties, it's closer to 30%. You can live in big cities like Miami and St. Petersburg, or move down to the villages for an extra strange kind of retirement. There's a lot of stories come out of there. It's not all weird down in the villages, but the stories coming out and the rumors, pretty strange. Look into them. The year-round warm weather allows retirees to golf, fish, and walk on the beach whenever they like. Hurricanes are a risk, and humidity can be a bear. But for most seniors, the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. It's no wonder Florida continues to dominate the retirement rankings. This is my favorite one. Rod said, "I retired to Florida 8 years ago. Not that I wanted to, I just thought it was mandatory for all New York City Jews." Well, he's not wrong. I don't know about mandatory, but a lot do retire there. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a great day, be nice to each other.